So who else remembers that one time in 2017 when the Jacksonville Jaguars were really good out of nowhere? And I mean, talk about an outlier. Look at their records before 2017 and after 2017, and you'll see exactly what I mean. Sandwiched between two long stretches of mediocrity, you have a 10-6 Cinderella run where this team almost went to the Super Bowl, lost a nail-biter to the Pats, and frankly, that was a game that they should have won. And with one play, Stephon Gilmore would send the Patriots back to the Super Bowl and the Jacksonville Jaguars back to the bottom of the AFC South, where it would be a long wait for a guy by the name of Trevor Lawrence to come around and save the day. But why are we going to wait to be great again? Why are we going to make the fans sit and wait 5 years for another playoff win that only came because the lights were too bright for Brandon Staley and Justin Herbert? No. Today, we are doing a dynasty do-over of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And so the starting point for our project is going to be the 2018 offseason right after that conference championship game loss. So the team, they extended Blake Bortles and they brought in this list of players in free agency. And with the exception of Andrew Norwell, it's just a lot of garbage. You can kind of see where the problem stems from. This front office liked to spend money, they just didn't have a clue on how to spend it. And now here's a list of the losses, the biggest ones being Allen Robinson, who left in free agency to join the Chicago Bears, or Paul Posluszny, who decided to retire this offseason. And here's the 2018 draft class. I'm going to spend about 10 seconds talking about it. That's about as much time as it deserves. DJ Shark has had his moments, though. And here's how that season played out for the Jags. So to nobody's surprise, it was not good, 5-11. Going into the season with Blake Bortles as your starter, who I do have a frowny face next to because he was signed to a 3-year, $54 million extension, is a bad idea. No competition for Bortles, so no competition for the rest of the AFC South. Last place in the division, missed the playoffs, yeah, bad. So now for the fun part, let's talk about the changes that we're making. First and foremost, every free agent this front office brought in, not by the name of Andrew Norwell, you are gone, you are off the team. Blake Bortles, you are still on the team for now, but you are not going to be making $54 million while you're here. Let's talk about re-signings. One big one that this team missed is Allen Robinson. 3 years, $42 million, we can definitely afford that. And now outside free agent signings, you might raise your eyebrows when you see the name Eric Ebron until you remember the fact that he caught 13 touchdown passes from Andrew Luck in 2018. Could be due for a career resurgence here with us as well. Tyrann Mathieu, 1 year, $7 million. We're pretty set at safety, but if you have a chance to bring in the Honey Badger, you got to capitalize, especially at that value. And now for the moment we've all been waiting for. On the clock, with the 29th overall pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to select Lamar Jackson, quarterback out of Louisville, to be the new face of the franchise and the reason this team runs the AFC South for years to come. And with the 61st overall pick, Jacksonville is getting its new middle linebacker with Fred Warner out of BYU. So let's go ahead and get into the rebuild. Super quick before we do, though, I want to take a moment to highlight the comments of the day. Seahawks0051 highlighted you in the last video. Loved your comment on my latest. Thank you again. Bro, asking for a dynasty do-over of the 2010s Packers. Now let me know in the comments your pick for a dynasty do-over team, and let me know in particular the Packers. Is that a team you guys would like to see? It's definitely one that's crossed my mind. I appreciate the suggestion. Thank you, bro. Caden Brunt simply commenting a W. Always love to see that. Thank you, Caden. And Drew with the rock emoji. You guys know how much I love that rock emoji. Feel free to comment it. You'll probably get highlighted in the next video. So now let's hop into Madden 19 and take a look at the team. And I apologize, it's going to be really hard to see. Let me see if I can zoom these guys in at all. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see this. This is the starting offense, and we've got a little bit of a quarterback controversy. Can you guys believe Blake Bortles was an 80 overall at one point? Lamar is going to be the starter, no question about that. Crazy to see Leonard Fournette at an 87. Andrew Norwell, the big off-season free agent addition, is a 91. That'll be really nice for us. Eric Ebron's an 84. It's a solid offense. It's not bad. But the real strength, of course, is the defense. They didn't call them Saxonville for nothing, man. Look at this defensive line. You got Yannick Ngakoue, Calais Campbell. The linebacking core is legit with Telvin Smith, Fred Warner now, the rookie, and Miles Jack. You got the Honey Badger. We did move him to the strong safety position. I know he's typically a free safety, but we've got Tashawn Gibson there. He's going to do better for us than Barry Church, and who could forget Jalen Ramsey and AJ Bouye, that cornerback duo that was insane for a little bit. And I know we said that Andrew Norwell would be the only free agent addition. I'm going to keep DJ Hayden around as well. And now, just for a little bit of added fun, we are going to bring in an aging veteran, Richie Incognito, who has had a very interesting career, to say the least, but he fills a pretty big hole for us on the offensive line. He gives us a really nice guard duo between him and Norwell. I think it's a good signing for us. And things are going well for us here at the midseason point of year one. We are currently sitting atop the AFC South, which is pretty competitive. It's us and the Texans. The Colts, you can't quite count them out of it yet. Even the Titans, I guess. Now let's get to the playoffs. Hopefully we've got a home playoff game to look forward to, or even just a playoff game in general. So the playoffs are here. We don't have a game, but it does say start weekly training. And that is because we went 13-3. Oh my goodness. Not only did we win the AFC South, we're looking great right now. And we end up with the top seed in the conference, guys. We went 13-3. We are on a 6-game win streak right now. Wow. Followed behind us are the Texans, 11-5. AFC South supremacy, guys, I guess. And of course we want to see those stats. So offense finishes 6th in the league. We'll look at individual stats. Defense is 20th. Okay, that's interesting. But Lamar Jackson, what a rookie campaign, man. 4,100 yards, 38 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, passer rating of 114. Are you kidding me? In the run game, 4 net, 1,300 yards and 13 scores. Lamar Jackson somehow only gets 1 rushing score. We'll have to change the playbook. Receiving, though, Eric Ebron has the most catches, 871 and 10. And yardage, Allen Robinson, 1,026 and 12. D.D. Westbrook also scores 10 times. Good games for the receivers there. Defensively, Miles Jack with 111 tackles, 105 for Telvin Smith. Let's look at the sacks. So we got 14 from Campbell, 8.5 from Malik Jackson. Not a whole lot else. Interceptions, we did get 8 from Ramsey. So how were we 20th? I don't know, but I guess I won't complain because we're 13-3, so let's go. And what a progression, man. So Lamar Jackson is an 86 overall. We can upgrade him here. He is going to be a 90 at the beginning of year 2. So that is insane. Even if we don't win a playoff game this year, even if we don't go on a run, that is an incredible start to Lamar Jackson's career. He's probably Offensive Rookie of the Year if I had to guess. We'll hope so. And I did want to take a super quick look at that because I forgot. They don't do this in older Maddens. They don't show you at the end of the year. You have to go find it for yourself. So let's look at the yearly awards. He comes 3rd in MVP voting. Yeah, he's got to be Offensive Rookie of the Year. He is. That is incredible. Josh Allen coming in 2nd. And the Ravens, Hayden Hurst is going to win it for the Ravens. Wow. And I was definitely interested in seeing who we would get in the divisional round. It's going to be a big rematch with Ben Roethlisberger's Steelers. Remember, this game was a banger in 2017. What was the final score, like 45-42? That game was crazy. It was back and forth the last few minutes, and we get the win, boys. Let's go. And it was a blowout, 31-13, your final score in the divisional round. And now we move on to face off against Phillip Rivers and the Chargers in the conference championship game. Winner gets either the Saints or the Rams. And wow, what a classic conference championship game that was. We'll see who comes out on top, though. And unfortunately, it's going to be 2 straight conference championship game losses for the Jacksonville Jaguars. We lose a heartbreaker to Phillip Rivers, 23-21. Meanwhile, the Saints get revenge, 35-28. So it's going to be Breeze and Rivers for the Super Bowl. What an interesting game that will be. And so Drew Brees does get ring number 2 over Rivers and the Chargers. Let me know in the comments if you guys would enjoy a New Orleans Saints Dynasty do-over. They are very high on my list. I would be interested. If you guys would be interested, I'll definitely do it. But for now, Brees is a 2-time world champ. And now we've got some decisions to make because it is off-season time. Richie Incognito can go. We will get Tyrann Mathieu back. Dante Fowler will get back. TJ Yeldon can go. Josh Lambo can go. Everyone else can go, but let's get those 2 guys back. So the Honey Badger wants a 4-year deal. His cap hit would be around 6.73. Let's just go ahead and make it an even 7 to make things fair. He's played pretty well for us. I think he can play even better for us next year. And Tyrann Mathieu is back. So we get him in on a 4-year deal. Now let's go ahead and get the young guy, Dante Fowler Jr. He wants a 5-year deal. Cap hit would be around 5. We'll go ahead and get him up to around, we'll say 5.5. I think that's fine. Throw in a little bit of extra in the bonus there. That's going to leave us with around $19 million in cap space. And we do get Dante Fowler Jr. back on a 5-year deal. Bit of An underachiever in real life, probably not worth that level of a contract, but we're keeping the gang together. This is exactly who got us to the conference championship game, so hopefully they can get us even further in 2019. Now, as far as offseason needs go, we definitely have some holes on the depth side of things with the offensive line, the left tackle position, tight end, running back. We've got solid starters in place. It's just really the depth that's hurting for us. Defensively, we're fine. I don't see any additions that I believe need to be brought in. So I'm going to send out a couple offers here. So Tavon Austin, get ourselves a nice receiving back, one of the craziest highlight reels of college players of all time. Ramon Foster, AJ Cann, just a couple bodies on the offensive line, nothing too crazy. And we do bring in all three guys, so nothing too exciting, but nice to have regardless, I guess. And now this is going to be fun. So it's the 2019 NFL Draft, and it's going to be really fun to use one of these older custom draft classes, see who goes where, and see who's on the board for us at pick 29. Let's check out the first 5 or so picks. So the Bucks are picking first overall, and they take Jonah Williams. The Jets are picking at 2, and they take Josh Allen. So no Josh Allen for us. The Raiders at 3 are going to go with Devin White. And wow, Kyler Murray is still on the board. The Colts are picking at 4. They are going to take Nick Bosa, absolute steal. The Panthers at 5 are going to take Andre Dillard. The Cardinals at 6, do they go Kyler Murray? No, they go Quinnen Williams. So the Giants are still, there he goes. So Kyler Murray goes 7th overall to the New York Giants. That is crazy. So now here we are, pick 29. I am very intrigued to see who's going to be on the board for us. So Dwayne Haskins, RIP. Josh Jacobs is on the board. Oh, I wish we didn't have Fournette. AJ Brown is there, bro. Ooh, my goodness. I think that's the easy pick. Right there. Hollywood Brown is there. Paris Campbell's there. Daniel Jones is still on the board at the end of the first. That is crazy, bro. Yeah, man, I don't think it gets any easier than A.J. Brown right here. So, yeah, pick 29, stealing him from a division rival. He's going to come in 74 overall. And, yeah, A.J. Brown's going to be a dog for years to come, especially with Lamar throwing him the ball. And Allen Robinson on the other side, good luck. So, with a late first-round pick, getting a guy who years from now is going to be a top 5 receiver in the league. Is he top 5? Where's A.J. Brown rank for you guys? Off the top of my head, he's top 10 easily. Is he top 5, though? I think you could make a case. I think he's borderline. Anyways, though, you got Deebo Samuel on the board. Oh, my goodness. Do we just go back-to-back receiver on this? I mean, as far as, like, talent is concerned, bro, like, it doesn't get much better than Deebo Samuel. Oh, that's tempting. That is tempting. What needs do we even really have? Is there anyone here that could sway me from going Deebo Samuel? I'm really not thinking so. I mean, if you can get a guy with that level of talent, we don't really have the deepest receiving room in the league. I'm doing it. I'm going Deebo Samuel right here. So we get A.J. Brown and Deebo Samuel in the same draft class. So you now have to face off with an offense that has Leonard Fournette, Lamar Jackson, A.J. Brown, Deebo Samuel, and Allen Robinson. Good luck. And now here we are in the third. And look, Daniel Jones is still on the board, bro. That is crazy. We could use a backup running back, though, to Fournette. We did go out and get Tavon Austin, but is there anyone out here that could be good for us? I mean, Miles Sanders is a good talent. Who else is still here? We could use a backup tackle. Some of these guys, it's crazy. I've never heard of. I know Connor McGovern. Chris Lindstrom could be something. He's a projected 4th round guy. Do we reach and go Chris Lindstrom here? What's he looking like? We can't see anything. I'll do it. I'll go Chris Lindstrom. Why not? He's going to be a 68 overall. Okay, that's fine. And we can hope and pray that Miles Sanders is still there for us in the 4th. After that, I think we might let the CPU take over, maybe go one more. But let's just see here. Daniel Jones is still there. Oh my goodness. Oh man. So that is a bummer. He's gone. But we could get Tony Pollard. They have listed as a power back. That's crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. The guy runs with power. He's just not the biggest in the world. So he's gone. Any good fullbacks? No. Anyone at all that I would be willing to take right here? Dawson Knox. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Give me Dawson Knox. Backup tight end. He can learn behind Eric Ebron. What a crazy draft class, man. Could you imagine looking at the board and seeing that's who your team took? All right, let's get to the end of the draft. I'm going to be interested to see if the CPU took anyone that we've heard of. Maybe they took Daniel Jones to be our backup. We'll see. So here's the draft recap. So just as a reminder, we went A.J. Brown, Deebo Samuel, Chris Lindstrom, and Dawson Knox. Now the CPU got us Elijah Holyfield, Mark Gilbert, Martez Ivey, and Julian Lambert. I'm going to be honest, I have heard of Elijah Holyfield. I don't think he's really doing a whole lot these days. Let's look quickly, though, just at the first round. Or actually, let's look and see where the quarterbacks went. I don't think it will. It will not let us do that. But let's look at the first round. So after the ones that we saw, so Greedy Williams went 8th to the Niners, Hawkinson to the Seahawks. I'm just looking for the quarterbacks in particular. You guys let me know. Greg Little, okay. Brian Burns. Riley Ridley was a first round pick here. This is crazy, man. DK Metcalf to the Eagles. Ja'Kai Polite. How early did he go in real life? And Taylor Rapp rounding up the first round. Wild. Absolutely wild. And now before we switch things over to Madden 20 so that we can keep getting those updated draft classes, I'll give you guys one final look here at the roster. So the rookies are going to have to do some work to work their way up. A.J. Brown, you can see, is at the bottom here. Deebo Samuel, you don't even see anywhere. You got Chris Lindstrom here, backup right guard. Dawson Knox, backup tight end. And then let's look now at the defensive side of the ball. And man, Fred Warner just did not grow at all as a rookie. He's going to need a big bounce back season in year 2 if we can consider him the starter long term. But this is a good team. I'm happy with the way that things turned out. A little bit regretful that I signed Dante Fowler Jr., but I think we're looking good. And guys, that's actually going to do it for today's video. The reason being is we are close to around 20 minutes. My average watch time on these Dynasty do-overs so far, I'm going to be honest, has been like 8-9 minutes. So if I'm going to do a part 2 of this, I'd like to see that, this is something that people enjoy watching. Full transparency, the Seahawks Dynasty do-overs have not been doing amazing in terms of, views, comments, likes, really any major category. I don't know if it's just the time of year. I don't know if it's just a series that many people aren't super interested in. It's had me a little bit down. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be fully honest here. So if you did enjoy this, if you are looking forward to part 2 as much as I am, let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. If there's anyone that you would have drafted differently, if you were surprised by anything that you saw, for example, Daniel Jones falling to the 4th round and then some. We don't know where he ended up going. But for those of you that are still here, I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do enjoy making these videos. I'm hoping to, turn this into a livelihood. That's what my ultimate goal is at the end of this. Whatever it takes. So if you guys enjoy this, let me know. If there's anything you hated, anything you didn't like, let me know, and I will fix that and adjust that in the next video, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.